Okay, so Maruchan has teamed up with Bandai Namco to bring you Pac-Man instant noodles. I'm gonna explore this brand new product a little bit, see what it's all about. But as we can see, it's not a custom Pac-Man flavor. It looks like it's just the standard chicken flavor, although they do have Pac-Man replacing the C's in chicken, so that's a nice touch. But other than that, it's their basic chicken Maruchan flavor. So I'm gonna do a little cooking demonstration here to elevate this cup of noodles into something much greater indeed. Okay, let's get started. We can tear off this packaging. That seems to be the only thing they did custom about this product is just a new packaging sleeve. Pop open the cup of noodles, okay, and set it aside. Fire up your old stove, put it at low medium heat, I would say just under setting 3, and spill some oil into your cast iron pan if you've got one. You want to put an ample amount of oil, sort of like a shallow wading pool of oil in there. And then get your tofu. I like the extra firm, okay? You're gonna have to slice this puppy open, drain out the water, and remove the gelatinous cube. Oh yes. Now, key to making tofu is to remove as much of the water being held inside of this gelatinous mass. So what I do is I cut it into thirds, slice it right down the center, then I have kind of layers. I use an absorbent cheesecloth. You can use paper towels, but it's going to be a massive amount of paper towels you're going through, so I like to use a reusable cheesecloth and just leach out as much of the water as you possibly can. Slice it into cubes. I like to keep the cubes a pretty good size, so each cube is sort of like almost a bite. You can only get 1 or 2 of these suckers in your mouth at a time. Bring it over to this nice piping hot oil now and slide it on in. You want to put it in the pan nice and even so that each cube has its own little space in the waiting pool of oil. Set it to about 4 minutes and wait for this thing to do its magic. Listen to the beautiful sounds of the sizzle. Got a little bit of time to kill. This is when we can appreciate some of this Maruchan custom Pac-Man packaging. This whole thing was done to promote Pac-Man World 2 Repack. As you can see, they didn't do the bare minimum. The artists here got a little bit of creative. Some of the fruits and items on the Pac-Man playing field have been replaced. We've got a Maruchan cup of noodles there, and we've got the ingredients that are found inside this chicken cup of noodles. We've got peas, we've got carrots, we've even got little corn, and of course the chicken for the chicken flavor. Features the Pac-Man font, so it's a cute little distraction to kind of keep you busy while you're cooking up your yummy feast. After 4 minutes, you want to start to turn this stuff over. You want to get underneath it, you want to flip it over, and as you can see, it's already starting to form a beautiful golden crust around it. This is when we want to hit it with a little flavor, okay? I like to go to Guy Fieri. This is a garlic butter. Run the tofu through Flavortown, an ample amount of sodium there. Pop it on 4 minutes and let it cook again, okay? Let this stuff sizzle away. While you're waiting to do that, slice up some fresh broccoli, okay? Slice it up and separate it into also, again, bite-sized pieces. Rinse it off clean. Give it a nice washing, a nice soaking, okay? By this time, you're gonna have to go back to the tofu, and in this case, you can start individually flipping some of these with tongs, okay? Getting the ones that have less of a crust, moving them to the center to try to get them all to cook evenly. Here we go, round 2 of Flavortown. Hit them again with a little bit of Flavortown and set it for another 4 minutes. You just kind of keep doing this until it seems that all the tofu is nice and evenly cooked with that nice golden Guy Fieri color. And after that, scoop them out into a strainer, set them aside. You're gonna use these in a moment. Then boil some water. Bring some water to a boil in the meantime and drop these broccoli into the pan. You can lower the heat to about 2 so it doesn't sear them too fast. Cover them up to retain the juice and set it for about 2 minutes. In the meantime, you can take your boiling water, bring it over to your cup of noodles. I like to fill it up a little bit lower. Do not go all the way to the fill line. Maybe half as much water as they usually tell you to put in, and cover it up to let it soak for a couple minutes. In the meantime, you can rotate your broccoli. As you can see, it's getting a beautiful golden searing on one side. Now it's time to gussy up the broccoli with some more Guy Fieri. This time I like the all-purpose seasoning. You're gonna run the broccoli through Flavortown, okay? Give it a nice ample shake, sort it around a bit, cover it up again, set it for another 2 minutes. I would lower the flame an additional amount here if you need to, just to not overcook the broccoli. Then go back to the noodles, stir them up good, mix them up. As you can see, there's a little less broth than usual. I wanted the noodles to really soak in some of the flavor and not become too diluted. After that, I'm gonna strain out the broth. Yes, separate the noodles from the broth. Here you go. You can start scooping in that yummy cubed tofu, scoop in the seared broccoli, stir it all around, and voila, an elevated, deconstructed cup of noodles without the broth. It's just noodles and tofu. Let's see how it tastes. It's beautiful looking, isn't it? For all the salt that we put on it, it has a very mild aroma. Really, the only thing coming through is that patented, beloved Maruchan chicken scent. I'm just gonna grab myself some noodle, piece of crunchy, crispy tofu, and I'm gonna grab a piece of broccoli all in one bite to get the true experience down the hatches. Oh wow, okay. Wow, you know, it's really amazing. With the low amount of water we mixed into the Maruchan and the multiple rounds of Flavortown that we hit the broccoli and tofu with, I thought this thing was absolutely gonna assault my palate on a sodium level, but it's actually extremely mild and tasty. A lot of that Flavortown, I think, comes off in the oil, and the Maruchan with the broth removed, even though I let it sit for a minute, it's a very mild noodle flavor, and it's yummy. This is a huge surprise. It tastes healthy. Oh wow. Just a really kind of smooth, slow dance between Guy Fieri and Maruchan, just sort of moving across the dance floor of your tongue. It's a very sensual thing, very light, very approachable. It's not an overpowering meal at all, and I wouldn't be surprised if this actually is good for you. Unbelievable. I got my Pac-Man handheld right here. Pop this sucker on, eat some Maruchan and Flavortown, kind of just enjoying the artwork here. You know, look at me, I kind of feel like Pac-Man. Pop in a little corn, pop in a carrot, pop in a broccoli. This is fun. It's fun stuff.